Hello everyone, welcome back to Easy Bedtime Story. This is
Zippy.
and this is Emma. Thank you so much for enjoying our video first time, and we're happy to be back and to bring you another book. This is one of our favorites in the library. Zippy especially requested this, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this story is The Nutcracker. This story was written in 1816, which is almost 200 years ago, but it's still very fresh and is very loved by everyone all around the world, especially children. Why? Because it brings magic and everything about it is so beautiful.
How?
Remember? So this story talks about a little girl named, what's her name? No, a little girl. Clara and her brother, and she got a little toy, and something happens, right?
Yeah.
A little side about this book, there are a lot of songs, stories, I think plays, films, cartoons. Toys are about the Nutcracker, and my own story is that I got a chance to go to a play, the Nutcracker, during Christmas time, and that was stupid because I went the night before. I was so excited. I was up all night talking about how excited I was that I will get to go to see the Nutcracker play, and I was chatting with my friends. And when the next day when I went to see the play, it was Emma's. Where is it? Where did it go? Oh. So sorry. The next day when I went to see the actual play, I got so sleepy that I fell asleep for like the first part of the play, and I woke up when the magic happened already. So I didn't know what happened. So my moral story is that do not just let your dream, do not let your dream ruin the dream. Do not stay up too late. Get a lot of sleep, okay? And now we're gonna start with the Nutcracker. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The Nutcracker by Patrick Regan. Christmas Eve was finally here at the grand home of the Starbones. Family and friends had gathered for a night of dancing and celebrating. Everyone was happy and excited, especially the two Starbone children, Fritz and Clara. The children became even more excited when they spotted their godfather, Drosselmeyer. He was a brilliant toy maker, and every Christmas he gave them the most wonderful, magical gifts. This year, he gave Fritz a troop of marching toy soldiers and presented Clara with a wooden Nutcracker doll. Clara loved the funny-looking Nutcracker, but Fritz grabbed the doll, saying, "Silly old thing!" He dropped it on the floor, breaking his jaw. "He's not silly," cried Clara. She picked him up, wrapped a ribbon around his head, and cradled him gently. "Don't worry," she whispered. "I'll take care of you." The party was over, but Clara couldn't sleep. She was worried about her Nutcracker. As she crept downstairs to get him, the clock began to chime, and everything in the room began to grow bigger. Soon, Clara was no bigger than the toys. From inside the clock, she heard strange scratching sounds. Suddenly, hundreds of mice scampered out of the clock. As they raced across the room,
Clara's Nutcracker doll, Fritz's soldiers, and all of the other toys sprang to life. "Charge!" shouted the Nutcracker, and the toys and the mice began to fight. Sword clanged and cannons fired.
The Nutcracker faced the Mouse King, his sword ready. Yep. Oh, Zippy and Emma are both so excited about this book.
The toy army was small, and there were so many mice. Clara saw the Mouse King raise his sword at the Nutcracker. "No!" she shouted, throwing her slipper at him with all her might. At that very moment, the Nutcracker changed into a young prince. Taking Clara's hand, he said, "You saved my life. Let me show you my kingdom, the land of sweets." Suddenly, the house disappeared and they were flying through the snowy sky. They landed in a forest where snowflake fairies danced all around them. Clara and the prince then flew onto the land of sweets. He told everyone about the battle and how Clara had saved his life. A great celebration began with music and dancers from across the land. First, Russian dancers stomped their boots, clapping their hands, and jumped high in the air. Clara and the prince watched with wonder as a beautiful Arabian dancer gracefully swayed to the music, ringing tiny chimes on her fingers. Next, a group of Chinese dancers leapt from a giant teapot, twirling fans and umbrellas. Clara had never been so thrilled. It felt like a dream. Then, as fiery music began, Spanish dancers dressed in brown rushed onto the stage. "This is the dance of chocolate," explained the prince. Next, a towering woman wearing a huge skirt appeared. "Watch this," whispered the prince. "She's Mother Ginger from France." 8 little puppets danced out from under her skirt. "And those are the Policemen," he added, laughing. The waltz of the flowers came next, and all the flowers dancers of the kingdom twirled and whirled across the stage. The flowers then parted as the sugar plum fairy and her knight performed a beautiful pas de deux, or dance for two. As the crowd cheered, Clara sighed, "I wish I could stay here forever." But the dance had ended, and it was time for Clara to return home. As they climbed aboard the prince's magical sleigh, he turned to her and said, "I'll never forget your kindness." The sleigh rose into the dawn sky. Clara looked back to see the crowd waving goodbye, and the land of sweets fading into a misty light. Clara awoke in her own home, cradling the Nutcracker doll in her arms. Everything looked just as it had before, but Clara knew it wasn't. She knew that her Nutcracker prince was real and that they'd meet again someday in the land of sweets. "I'll always take care of you," she whispered to him. And she always did.
How did you like it, Zippy?
I want to make a toy like this.
You want to make a magical toy like this? Why?
It can be real.
It can come to life?
Yeah.
How about you, Emma? What do you think? Do you like to make a toy like this to get a prince? It's magical. What's your favorite thing about this book?
I don't have a favorite. Goodbye. I'm gonna go.
Alright, so that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching, and if you like it, please let us know, or if you want us to read any other books, let us know also.
Blah, blah, blah.
Alright, goodbye, have a good night, goodbye. Zippy, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. See you again soon.